The first step into becoming successful traders is taking responsibility. What does it mean? It means that each and every decision we make, each and every trade we take, we are to own this decision. We need to stand behind this decision, whether this decision was good or bad, whether this trade was profitable or not. We cannot go around, blame the broker, blame the market, blame anyone else on social media. We need to take responsibility on our own decisions. It starts with making a good trading plan that works for us. Risk management. Once you have these two factors, own it and you will see better results. Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com with the daily market recap. You know what to do. So without any further ado, let's see the charts. Let's see what SPY and Friends brought us today. October 5th, one more day for the trading week, the first trading week of October. Inside doji, second consecutive inside candle on the SPY, holding above the 422, holding above this yellow trend line. Maybe bears are getting tired and bulls are fighting to gain some respect back. Let's see if we can close the week above the 427, but overall, bears are still in control. Overall sentiment is bearish, so don't jump before we have a validation that bulls are taking control back. QQQ still moving sideways. 361 is holding as is still a resistance. 353, 351 is the support. We do have here some kind of a double bottom scenario, but to get validation, we need a weekly close above the 361. And then next week, we are going towards this gap over here. Let's see where this goes. Overall, also on the Qs, bearish land, lower highs, lower lows, until proven otherwise. Dow Jones, another day, another doji, which means, at least on the Dow, it looks like bears are resting, bulls are trying to get back in the game. 390, 328 is holding. It was a very important area of support. Now holding once again. Let's see if bulls can break above and close the week above the 332. Still early to say if bulls are here. If they woke up, we are still in bear's land. IWM 0.08 to the upside, same as the Dow. Another day, another doji, indecision in the market, which means if the market cannot decide, we surely cannot decide. If we see a doji, especially two consecutive dojis, something is going to happen, something big, a big move is coming. We don't know which way. All we have to do is follow the price and use the levels as our risk management. Let's see if bulls can take control, close the week above the 173, or closing below the 169. We are heading south to 163. Overall, bearish sentiment on IWM, very strong bearish sentiment. Natural gas continues its journey toward this upper trend line over here, but make sure you notice this gap, and this gap will get filled. More than 99% chance it will get filled. Why do I say it? Not because I'm a future teller, not because I have a crystal ball. I just look left on price action, and when we do look left, we see that there are no open gaps. This gap also got filled. No open gaps on natural gas. So what does it mean? One thing, this gap at the 266, more than 99% chance will get filled. SOXX still in a downtrend, still below the 478, but the 468 is holding nice, breaking down another. We are heading visit this yellow trend line once again. Overall, SOXX still in bear's land. Apple, after few days holding this 170. This 170 is holding very nice support. Bulls woke up, looks like. Now, this trend line over here will become the next major resistance for Apple bulls. Let's see if we can close above the 177 area. And then next week, we are heading to close this gap over here. But overall, follow price and use trend lines as your GPS for future price action. And trend lines are going south. And as long as trend lines go south, which means lower highs, lower lows, Apple is still in bear's land. Tesla closed this gap over here, doji, but above this purple trend line, which means first, very good for bulls, for Tesla's bulls, but we have a doji indecision, perfectly fine after closing a gap. We might get some kind of a pullback to the 220, 255. Below 255, we will see once again the 242, but a weekly close above this purple trend line, and next is 278. AMD struggling. Bulls of AMD nowhere to be found. Trend lines south. Only a weekly close above the 104, above this red trend line, will give us some validation that the bulls of AMD might be here, might be back, and we can start small size long position. Of course, using trend lines, Fibonacci levels, and ATR as our risk management. If you don't know how to use ATR as your risk management, how to use it to tell you where to put your stop loss, check the Fibonacci Academy playlist. 25 videos, free, on how to become a better trader, technical side and the psychology behind trading. We have videos on how to use Fibonacci, videos on how to use ATR. So check it out. Amazon sliding down, holding above the 123, holding above this yellow trend line, but the 128 area, very tough resistance. We want to see a weekly close above it. And then we will take our risk management and see if it's worth the risk to go long. Microsoft, nothing much. Inside candle, doji. As you can see, Microsoft moving sideways between the 310 and the 321. We can start taking our long position on Microsoft only if we can see a weekly close, which means tomorrow, Friday, closing above the 321, maybe even above 322, and then this double bottom scenario will start getting validated. But we all know once we put on a trade, anything can happen. The only thing we have full control of is our risk management. So whether we are going long on Microsoft or on any other stock, long or short, once we take a position, we need to manage our risk. This is the only thing we have full control of, our stop loss. How much money are we willing to lose on each and every trade? Google, doji inside candle, holding above the 134. Overall, as we said, Google looks good. Relative strength for Google to the rest of the market. Now, all we need is a weekly close above the 134. And then next week, 136 and 138, using Fibonacci and ATR as our risk management. Netflix, you know this purple trend line, you know all these levels. And Netflix continues sliding down on this purple trend line. Weekly close below the purple trend line, below the 370. And next week, 340 will get filled. Nvidia above the 441, below the 451. The 451 is the 50% retracement, downtrend, bounce, 50% retracement. All this area was a very important area of support, now becomes a very tough resistance. If bulls of Nvidia will give up on the 451, we are heading towards the 426 and then 408. weekly close above the 451, we're heading towards the 462 and 478. We don't need to guess. We need to follow price, look left, where price came from, and with high probability, once we understand in-depth candlestick analysis and the relationship with Fibonacci, trend lines, and ATR, we can understand and identify with high probability where price might be heading next. Meta, look left. Since beginning of September, 1 month of sideways move between the 298 and the 307, this trend line over here, resistance, lower highs, this trend line over here, support, higher lows. So we need to wait long above this yellow trend line, short below this yellow trend line. Simple as that. No need other indicators, no need to overcomplicate and overthink. Use trend lines and Fibonacci to tell you what to do. Shopify holding nice above the 51 area, 51.3, with a double bottom scenario, downtrend, multi-bottom. Let's see if we can get a close above the 54, maybe not tomorrow, maybe Monday or Tuesday. Closing above the 54 area, and then this double bottom scenario will start getting validated, and then we can start taking our long position on Shopify towards closing this gap and then closing this gap. If you want to really learn and invest in yourself and to become a professional trader, you don't need to be full-time trader. You also can be part-time trader, but we need to be professional at it. It's like any other job out there. It's a very demanding and a very difficult job. Not everyone can do it, but with the commitment and the passion and with the proper education, you can become profitable, successful, professional traders. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, educational, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends. Until the next video, stay safe.